If I was recording this, I'd be sitting here just like this. Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back. I know. It's been a minute. I've been, you know what I mean? I'm going through a creative metamorphosis, so to speak. And I feel like I lost the plot. I was focused so much on doing YouTube that I forgot about what really matters, which is the art. And over the course of a few months, I feel like the channel kind of got away from that. And I was more so focused on making videos, and I had no balance to what I was doing. And I lost sight of the overall goal of this channel, which is to document the building of something much larger than myself, is to like grow this community, but to also make beautiful things and record the process. But with that being said, I want to work on the painting. Finally, yes, I know, we're back. I'm about to work on the big painting behind me. I'm gonna work on the hands a little bit. I don't have a bunch of time because I have to go to a birthday dinner. But, while I'm here, let's be here. So if you are watching this, break out your stuff. Let's get to it. Lately, I've been feeling like I've had all the intention in the world to do stuff, but I haven't been following that intention. And I'm trying to treat that like any muscle that I would work out in the gym, where, it's like, if I want to get better at this thing, I need to practice it. So the other day I put out a bunch of paint, and I had like recorded myself adjusting the drawing on the hand, because as you guys have known, I've been working on this hand for mad long. And I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm finally gonna do this. I'm gonna stop playing. And it just didn't, I ran out of time because I picked up a side project. And I want to say that's no excuse to not stick with the thing that's been my main project, or like project 1B, because the art is 1A. And I've been slacking, but I'm back locked in. And I think the issue is like, I get so enamored with a new idea that I want to dive in. And it's a part of my gift and my curse, where I put on these blinders and it's the only thing I see. I wouldn't say I'm obsessive, but I'm committed. And sometimes I forget my other commitments. And so this is me reminding myself about my commitments and just like locking in once again. Because we here, man. We here. Outside of making art, I've been having a good time. I've been going to the arcade. The arcade. I mean, dude, for me, it's not the summertime without a trip to the arcade. I think the arcade is an excellent way to relieve stress and to just like be myself. The arcade is one of my happy places. It's beautiful there, and I feel borderline untouchable in the arcade. You know what I mean? Just like trying anything. I've been biking in the park. I've been working out a lot more, and just overall living. And I'm grateful for the ability to be able to pause life and, or not, maybe not pause life, but to be able to shift my focus to things that don't carry as much weight. Because with me taking those pauses, I've been inspired for my next series of paintings. And so I'm just ready to go all in. So I'm quite literally only going to be able to put down one brush stroke. So I wanted to just, at least, like I said, I'm committed to working on this painting and on my art. So I'm just, even though I don't have a bunch of time right now, I'm either going to record when I get home super late, or I'll record super early in the morning. But like, either way, we recording, because like, you know what I mean? Trying to think. These shadows are like, and the tough part about making several paintings at once, especially when they're different skin tones, like I'm also painting a white woman in Brooklyn, and it's tough because I'm almost getting their skin tones confused, at least like the shadows. I'm just happy to, like, as lame as this might sound, I'm just happy to be here. It feels good to be back in the crib painting. The shadows are like redder. Oh, there it is. This is like the one time where I'm gonna like hope I don't get in the zone in the fucked up part, it's gonna be dry by the time I get back. And I was thinking, Jordan, why would it be dry? It's oil paint. Well, it's because it's a bad canvas. And once I'm done with these canvases, I will never paint with a bad canvas again. But you won't be able to tell the difference. I will. I'll be back when I can paint. All right, dude. So last time I was recording, I thought I was gonna be back shortly, but evidently not. So we're here now, and I think that's the most important thing. And it's given me some time to just have a chance, I suppose, to think about what I got going on. And truthfully, it feels like I've been neglecting being a fine artist. It kind of feels like I've been I don't want to say pandering, but I've been catering to being a content creator, and that's not what I am. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, if someone wants to create content. But the whole reason I started doing YouTube and making these kinds of videos is so I can progress with my art at a different level. And in doing so, I've like, I lost the plot, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? What am I trying to get out of it? And I've been thinking like, oh, I need to make finished work of art in these videos for people to be interested. And ultimately, I need to show people that I can finish things for them to be interested in me. And that's not what this is. You know, I mean, like, do I feel a need to entertain? But I think what's more entertaining is us going on this journey together and me proving to myself that I am capable, and me showing you guys that you can do something if you have an idea. A lot of what this channel is about is, and lately, well, shit, for the past like 6-7 months, I haven't been executing properly. You know, I've been watching my peers and seeing them. I've been watching my peers and seeing them, and kudos to anybody who's able to make something out of nothing or turn something into more stuff. You know, like that's dope. I've had a momentary lapse in who I am and what my ultimate goal is. And I think that's okay, because that happens. But the plan, as of right now, is to get back on it. And I've had a spurt of inspiration recently. So if my light is coming here, brushstrokes go this way. Yeah, I've had a spurt of inspiration lately where I know what I want to do next. I picked up a new hobby this month, and I've voraciously begun collecting comic books, and it's been fun, honestly. It's been a while, and if you guys are into comics, or you just like different and interesting stories, I highly recommend checking out the Martian Manhunter, or the Absolute Martian Manhunter series from DC. And without going into it too crazy, DC is like kind of restarting their universe, but it doesn't matter. This is the most artful comic I've ever read in my entire life. 1 second. Do you see this? I know it's kind of hard to see because of the glare. I probably could have chosen a better cover, but it's beautiful, right? Like, it's art. And let me just, this is one page from this book, and it's inspired me on so many levels. And I don't want to give away this new project that I'm working on, because I feel like I need to put more energy into action instead of just talking about things. So let this serve as like a hint. But I'm working on something really cool, and picking up a new hobby inspired me to go further and to push myself in my art. So I guess I say all of that to say, if you're thinking about picking up a new hobby or something, do it. You never know where it might take you. And like I said, I want to use this as an opportunity to get back in my bag, bro, because I've been bullshit. I mean, I haven't, but I have. I think my problem has been that I've been so focused on like numbers and the ultimate goal of this channel and like where I want to take my art, that I've been forgetting about what's most important, which is actually doing the work. And no one's going to do it for you. It's not going to just like magically get done. I was having a conversation with my mentor yesterday, and he was just talking about how people think when they make a painting, it'll just magically, people think when they make a painting that the hard work of making something look round will just happen if they behave randomly. And I've been thinking about how I can apply that to how I've been behaving about achieving my goals. I've been doing things, but I've also been behaving slightly randomly because, I guess for lack of a better phrase, I've been feeling like I'm owed it because I'm working. But just because I'm working on something doesn't mean I'm working or like headed for the right direction. And yesterday was a great reminder of that. I've also just like, I don't know, I think breaks are good because they allow you an opportunity to recalibrate. So basically I've been recalibrating, and I thought I'd make more posts this month, but I'm okay with the amount that I've made, if only for the simple fact that I've been, I'm trying, I'm trying to do better. I might not finish paintings. Well, I definitely won't. I won't be finishing paintings while I'm recording, but what I will be doing is working, and you guys will just see that. And I don't know, let me know what you think about that, and I'm gonna, like I said, the whole point of what I'm doing right now is to have an art show. And I was, I've been practicing or whatever, but I spent a bunch of time preparing myself properly for that art show. I've been doing whatever, and that's okay, because I wouldn't be there, or I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have these realizations if I didn't go through that. And speaking of that, that's like another thing. YouTube has helped me tremendously in aspects of my life that I never thought it would. Recently, I started making TikToks, right? And if you want to follow me on TikTok, I'll put the link down below. Also, that's another thing I was thinking about. Do you guys even read the descriptions of these videos? I'm just gonna start like being ridiculous in the description of the video, and I just want to see who will catch it. So this is your first and last heads up, I suppose. But I've been making TikToks, and the patience that I've learned from YouTube and the perseverance of just like making one video after another and not like necessarily caring about the results or being too hard on myself about the results has helped me to grow faster on TikTok than I have on YouTube. And I know it's easier to grow with short form than it is long form, but the point remains the same, is consistency and not really being attached to the results, and more so being focused on the journey. And that's something that I'm growing to love. And with that, we're on the journey with these paintings. I think most importantly, or at least like what I've been picking up as I work on these things, is that it's not about getting to the end, it's about being present every moment of the way. And in doing so, you end up making something beautiful. And I think that the same can be said for my journey on YouTube, but it starts with me being present. That's too dark. Yeah, it starts with me being present and actually heading towards where I want to go with this. I guess I say all of this to say the plan is to just like keep going as an artist, to just keep going I found that I spent a ton of time judging other people and their art. I'm about to be very vulnerable right now. I hope that's okay. It's just us here right now. So if you also want to be vulnerable, do so in the comments. This is a safe space for all of us. But I would like look at other artists and I'd be like, yo, their shit not even fire, bro. Like, my shit way better. But then one day I looked in the studio and I looked at like the art I had and I was like, yo, dude, if someone came into my studio right now and they said, show me, let's do a show right now. You think you're better, dude? Let's do a show. And I ain't have nothing. I had nothing. And that's when it hit me. Like, dude, you're spending all of this time judging other artists and you're not even making anything. What makes you any different than anyone who's ever judged you or criticized you as an artist? And it hit me like, dude, you're in no position to complain. You haven't even done the work. This is me doing the work. We back locked in. I've also just been making like excuses. Oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You know, oh, you gotta do laundry. You gotta go to work. So what? I mean, like, there's always gonna be something to do, and it's just about finding the time and the desire to do those things. And I'm not gonna get distracted again. It's not in the cards. Where am I? Sometimes when I'm painting, I kind of lose myself in the music, the moment. So it's a little lighter than that. I've been having a blast though, reading comics and going to the arcade. I've just been like nerding out. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I love being a nerd. You know, there's like respectable levels of nerding out. I went to it's a video game shop in Jersey City. Not Jersey City, it was in New Jersey. It was like full-blown nerds. You know, like I felt like I had walked in on something. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like never mind, I was gonna say something crazy. But you know, it felt like my eyes were seeing things that should not have been seen by my nerd level wasn't high enough for all that. My eyes saw what they saw. And you know, it just made me realize like, yo, dude, you can either judge somebody or you can be happy. And I'm choosing to be happy and to do my own thing, you know, because like there's really no choice. And I mean, you always have a choice, but people are going to judge you anyway, so you might as well like have fun and do your thing with it. I actually didn't get that much done today, but I'm happy with the progress that I did make because I'm focused on completing a larger task and not just focused on making content, because that was never the goal of this channel. Like I said, we're not here to make content. We're here to make art and be artists and go through the ups and downs. And I think I kind of got infatuated with the idea of starting and completing something in a video because that was more exciting. But the excitement, or at least the more rewarding part about this, is taking on a seemingly impossible task and seeing it to completion. And so that's what this is. I only got the pinky kind of done today, but you know, it's kind of like, that's what it's going to be because I got other things to do. But I'm more interested in finding ways to carve out time of my day to work on my projects and make them feel more meaningful and not just make stuff to make it, you know? So with that being said, I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me today, yesterday, and tomorrow. I'm still trying to figure out how to get back into my groove. If you made it this far in the video, please put down below in the comments quality over quantity, because we're here to make quality things and not just put shit out. Because like, who cares if you're putting stuff out? What does it mean? You know, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to other people? More importantly, what does it mean to you? But yeah, I gotta run to the comic book store. I know I have a problem, guys, but I'm building a sick ass collection. Honestly, I'm really just buying them because the art is beautiful. And yeah, maybe let me know if you want to hear about my comics next video, and I'll holler at you soon. Peace.
Griselda.